Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you love stories about music legends, pop culture icons, and the real journeys behind global fame, you're in the right place. Today we're talking about one of the most recognizable names in pop music history, Britney Spears. Her story is not just about chart-topping songs and iconic performances. It's about talent, fame, pressure, resilience, and one of the most talked about celebrity journeys of the modern era. So let me ask you something before we begin. When you hear the name Britney Spears, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Is it the music, the unforgettable music videos, or the headlines that surrounded her life for years? Britney Spears was born on December 2, 1981, in the small town of Macomb, Mississippi, and grew up in Kentwood, Louisiana. From the moment she was a little girl, it was obvious that she had a passion for performing. She loved singing, dancing, and entertaining anyone who would watch. Many people who knew her back then say she had a natural confidence on stage that most performers take years to develop. Imagine being a kid in a small town with big dreams of performing in front of millions. Do you think you would have the courage to chase that dream? Her early talent led her to audition for the Disney television show The Mickey Mouse Club. While she was initially considered too young, she eventually made it onto the show and became part of a cast filled with future stars. Interestingly, she appeared alongside performers who would later become major celebrities themselves, including Justin Timberlake and Christina Aguilera. At that time, they were just teenagers learning how the entertainment world worked. But even then, Britney stood out. After the show ended, Britney continued pursuing music. Her big breakthrough came in 1998 with the release of her debut single, Baby, One More Time. The song became an instant global sensation. The music video, featuring Britney dancing in a school hallway, quickly became one of the most recognizable pop videos ever made. Suddenly, the entire world knew her name. The song topped charts in dozens of countries, and her debut album sold millions of copies. Think about how fast that happened. One moment you're an aspiring singer trying to get noticed, and the next moment you're one of the biggest stars on the planet. How do you even process that kind of overnight fame? Britney's success didn't stop there. She followed it with another huge hit album, led by the title track Oops, I Did It Again. The song and its futuristic music video became another cultural moment, solidifying her position as one of the defining pop stars of the early 2000s. Soon after, she continued evolving her sound with songs like Toxic and I'm a Slave for You, showing that she wasn't afraid to reinvent herself as an artist. At this point, Britney Spears wasn't just a singer. She was a global brand. Her performances were watched by millions, her tours sold out worldwide, and her music influenced an entire generation of pop artists. People even began calling her the Princess of Pop. But behind all the success and glamour, life under the spotlight came with enormous pressure. Every part of Britney's life, her relationships, her personal struggles, and even her smallest decisions, became constant topics in the media. Paparazzi followed her everywhere. Headlines appeared almost daily. Eventually, the pressure began to take a toll. In the mid-2000s, Britney went through a very public, personal crisis. The intense media attention made things even more difficult, and in 2008 a court placed her under a conservatorship that gave others significant control over her finances and many personal decisions. For years, many fans wondered whether this arrangement was fair. Over time, a global movement called #FreeBritney began gaining attention. Supporters believed Britney deserved more control over her life and career. The conversation sparked larger debates about celebrity rights, mental health, and the pressures of fame. Here's something interesting to think about. When someone becomes famous, do we sometimes forget they're still human? Do we expect celebrities to handle extreme pressure perfectly simply because they're successful? After more than a decade, Britney's conservatorship officially ended in 2021. For many fans, it was a historic moment. Britney spoke openly about her experiences and began reclaiming control of her life. The moment was celebrated around the world by people who had followed her story for years. Despite everything she went through, Britney's musical legacy remains incredibly strong. Her catalog of songs continues to be streamed by millions of fans, and her influence can still be seen in modern pop music. Many younger artists have cited her as one of their biggest inspirations. In recent years, Britney has also shared more of her story through interviews and her memoir, The Woman in Me, where she reflects on fame, freedom, and the lessons she learned from her experiences. For many readers, the book revealed a deeper and more personal side of the pop star they thought they already knew. And that brings us back to an important question. Why does Britney Spears remain such an unforgettable figure in pop culture? Is it the music that defined an era? The unforgettable performances? Or the fact that her story feels so real and human? Maybe it's all of those things combined. Britney Spears helped shape the sound and style of modern pop music. From iconic dance routines to unforgettable hits, her influence continues to echo through the industry decades later. And perhaps most importantly, her journey reminds us that behind every celebrity image is a real person navigating life, just like the rest of us. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite Britney Spears song or era? Was it the early days of Baby One More Time, the bold transformation of Toxic, or one of her later comebacks? Let me know in the comments below. I always enjoy hearing your thoughts and memories. If you enjoyed this video and want more stories about legendary artists, fascinating celebrity journeys, and pop culture history, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.